Hi guys, this is my very first YouTube video. My name is Bobby Joe. I am in the Gillio Facebook group, and Mermaids and Lace, also known as Krista, had said something about All Books July, and I thought I would jump on that and participate. I'm usually a complete failure at One Book July, so this is what I use. A couple of them I don't always use on a daily basis, but I have 5 notebooks here. I'll start with this one first. This is my Gillio Medium Compagna in the color Espresso. It was a limited edition that Gillio did with some old leather that they found stored in a crate. If you go to the Gillio website, you can watch their video that they had done. So I'll do just really quick how I use it. The alley clip on the front is just strictly there for looks. I love pink, so I look for any way I can to incorporate it. I just keep my Hobonichi tabs, Hobonichi stencil, and sticky notes that I got when I purchased this planner. I have some Planner Kate samplers, and then in here I just have my stamps. I don't have anything in the secretarial pocket. And in the back I just have some business cards, and I do have more stamps. The thank you card from Elena, who I purchased this from. It's pink, so I love to keep it with it. My favorite stickers, which are Whimsical Cat, Honey Inked, and Coffee Monster Co. I also have a printout for our trash. And then in the back, I just keep our bills. My favorite pen to use in majority of my notebooks is the Pilot Multi-Pen or Multi-Ball. I like the bold line that it lays down. Plus, when I go to highlight, if I want to highlight over it, it doesn't smear. I can write on just about anything, washi tape, just surfaces that a normal pen can't. So at the front, I just have the Gillio Flyleaf. This ollie clip does serve a purpose. It protects it from the zipper so it doesn't damage the leather. I just have a Foxy Fix dashboard. And then my first section is just my list, kind of notes. It just says list because I didn't have a label that said note. So it's really kind of more notes than anything. But I have my morning and evening routine. That printout is from SM Plans. Wish lists. Our middle son is getting married in November, so we are working on planning that. I have Christmas 2018 in here because it's never too early to start planning for Christmas. I have a list of my Gillios that I own, a couple that I've sold, who I bought them from, when I received them, and how much I paid. Personal wide information. I'm considering adding a personal wide to my lineup. Summer projects, cleaning routine. I used to follow the Fly Lady system and then for whatever reason stopped following it, and I would like to get back into it. More notes on the Fly Lady system, and planner thoughts. I was trying to figure out what I really wanted to use, why I liked what I liked, things I'd like to buy at the moment for the house. These are things to remember. My printer cartridges. I want to write down our water filter that we use, the furnace filter that we use. I'm also going to list out the light bulbs that we use. We have several different light bulbs in our house, and I never can remember what we use. I have plants that I want to consider for our garden for next year. And I like using more natural cleaners in our house. So I have some recipes in here for some lavender cleaner. There's a face cleanser. I have not made that yet. This is just stuff for my dad's estate. We have one on a trip. This was just a packing list. A cleaning spray. I have used this one and I absolutely love it. This is essential oils, just a recipe you can use for a holiday smell. And shampoo and a dry shampoo recipe. The note pages here are from SM Plans. I think these are my favorite that she has, with especially because it has the pink. My next section is our finance section. I have a Foxy Fix secretarial, and I just put receipts in there. These are our bills. All I do is list the date that we get paid. My husband and I alternate, and I write out what bills are coming out each paycheck. And I am going to start working on the Dave Ramsey system. So I wrote out the baby steps so I could check off as I go. I did have my online orders in here in June, but I since moved them to another book. Next section is my calendar. I have the monthly section in the front. This is just the So Much Crafting Year at a Glance. When I first got this Gillio, I got it in June of this year. I didn't have any inserts, so I didn't have the inserts I wanted to use, so I had some undated ones laying around, and I just used these. I list out any doctor appointments, any important dates that we need to remember, bills due, just to kind of have it all at a glance. This is July. I was off a lot during this month. I work in our school district, in our athletic office. Our office oversees 5 different schools in our district. So I'm usually very busy during the school year. But in July, when it's nice and quiet, I took off a lot of time. So I kind of left this a little bit more blank than normal. And this is August. Just started in here, so there's not a ton in here yet. And these, in case I didn't say, these are also from So Much Crafting. I have through June of next year in here. Then we move on to my weeklies. These were, again, just some inserts I had laying around that I just used. I kind of used it in a bullet journal method, I guess, where I just listed my tasks. I had important meetings or just stuff that going on that day. This is the day I got my vintage mokka. And I just used these for a couple weeks. And then I decided I really wanted to try SM Plans, day on 2 pages, task-oriented inserts. And I really like them. It has your top 3 up here. And I just pretty much used it kind of how it is. I mean, I put tasks over here if we had any important things going on here. I had some little meal planning. I'm not the best at meal planning, so I don't always do that. And then I just continued to use them like this. This is right before our trip, so I was quite heavy on the tasks. We had a lot of wedding dress shopping on this week too. This is the week of vacation. I also have 2 different pens in here. I don't typically use any other color but black, but I wanted to try the blue pen. Gillio's get a pen with every planner that is purchased except for what's in their good deals corner, and it always comes with blue ink, and so I just wanted to try to use it. They are nice pens, I just don't like blue ink. So that's that one. And then this is this week, and I didn't mention the monthly tab here, and this one, and I have another one in here. These are from Ashley Lay Designs. My die cut here is from Whimsical Cat. So this was this week. I kind of changed how I was doing it a little bit more. I went back to work full-time this week, so my tasks here at home were not as busy. But this is this week, and this is the start of next week. I have through here, I have through the end of the year. And then we have my work section. I have a fold out from So Much Crafting. This is going to track my vacation days, if I have sick days, personal days. And then I have it color coded here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there are translucent dots from Planner Kate. And if you can hear my dogs barking, I apologize. They're downstairs barking at probably somebody walking by. I ran out of some of the colors, so I will have to get more, but these are just highlighting some days that are important in our district. This is also just showing vacation at a glance. And then the rest of the inserts are from Peanuts Planner Co. I'm not sure I'm going to continue using these. I kind of really like the month on 2 pages, but wanted to give these a try. I actually had bought these last year, and so I just listed important days down here, some important tasks that really needed to get done in July for me. And I just have through December in here, and I have some blanks. Then for my weeklies here, I have these. I just put my tasks here, any important days I have here. I don't always use stickers for work, but I really love these Coffee Monster Co. stickers, but sometimes I don't know if others feel this way, but I didn't know if, when people come in my office and if they see my planner sitting out, I didn't know if it looked juvenile or I don't know. So sometimes I don't always use them, but so this is my week before vacation. This was our vacation week. And then this is this last week, which was quite busy being back. A lot of my stuff is repetitive every day right now. We are getting ready to start athletics where we are, so our kids are constantly bringing me in paperwork. I decided for later, as the week went on last week, that I would do more of a tracker so I can check their registration and make sure they're eligible and let them know if they are missing anything for me. And then this goes through the end of December. I just used my Hobonichi tabs to tab it off. And then the very last section is my logins. And then I have my Foxy Fix page lifter that is probably one of my favorite things. So there's that. My next one, this one's just really simple. This is a Stag by Rowena, Sojourner, and it's just a traveler's notebook. And all this has receipts, everything that I've done for our garden this year. our garden is brand new. So I've just got just kept all the little tabs from what I've planted, made some notes in it. So that one's just really simple. This is just a B6 Slim Midori notebook. And that's that one. Next is my Hobonichi Weeks. This is quite similar to my Gillio. This actually just got pulled back out again this week, and I think I always get caught up in the Hobonichi release and all the sneak peeks that go on. So I've actually used a Hobonichi Weeks for 3 years, on and off. I will use it for a month, maybe 2 months, and then put it away. So I have pulled it back out. This stuff is just from the Planner Society kit. I just had some stuff laying around. So anyway, real quick through here. This just has my birthdays that I want to remember. And I pretty much use the monthlies the same way. Just write down birthdays, bills due, maybe when something has shipped or arrived. And then I kind of stopped using it again in April, May, and June. Pulled it back out in July, just actually the last week of July, so it doesn't have a lot in there. When I was using this, I use it pretty much as a bullet journal style method, just with using my Hobonichi stencil and washi tape, just something like that. Simple. Usually put important stuff down the side, maybe a little bit of journaling. I use this section until really, I had a grocery list here, till the last week of March, and then I just stopped until last week. And I am actually doing this a little bit differently. So I have a lot more stickers in here right now. I really enjoy how this looks. I put some very important things I needed to take care of this week, and just some bills that got paid, and then I did a tracker down here, which I need to update, but yeah, I like to make sure I'm making our bed every day, cleaning our bathrooms pretty much every day, vacuuming at least twice a week, and I might add some more on here, but yep, so that's there. And then in the back here also I have bills too. I did this earlier in the year, so basically the exact same way that it was in the Gillio. The one thing I did different this week with this is I wrote it down in here, and these were the amounts that I had written, which were up here in the front, but then I did actuals. So that's that. And then I said I had moved, I got a Hobonichi 2018. I had actually earlier in the year did some journaling in here. I won't continue to do that. I do like to keep my journal in another notebook. And then I do have my online orders in here. And I just pretty much set it up like a check registry, just the date, shop or item, if I can fit the item in there, and if that item has shipped. So I have enough pages laid out for the rest of the year. So there's that. And then this is a Midori One Day One Page A6. This is probably one of my favorite notebooks. This I tried using as a planner in April and May, I think it was, and it works okay. It's just a little bit too compact because I also use it as a journal. So to do all of it, it just wasn't big enough. And the A5, I have the A5 in this too. It's just so heavy because there's just so many pages in here. But I do love this. If I had to pick which A6 I prefer, because I have an A6 Hobonichi too, I prefer the Midori. I like the paper a little better. So when I first got it, I pretty much did journaling, and then you'll see, I did put important dates in here, but here it was in April that I really tried using it a little bit more as a planner, and then in here too. And then stopped, but I did some journaling pages. I'm not super artistic. Some people with their journaling pages just do beautiful pages. I tried to do a little planning here, but yeah. So that's how I use this. This is just pretty much my journal. And then this is an A5 Hobonichi with a Midori goatskin cover. I'm not in love with this cover. I don't like the texture of it, but I had it laying around and I thought I'd just put it on there for now. I don't like that I have to like push it down to lay flat either, because it just kind of buckles. Hobonichi stencil. This is a card I got. I think it's Cute Things from Japan. I think I got that from. And I will show you. It was really not a whole lot in January. I did try to use the A5 one day, one page for work also, so you'll see that I stopped using this. But I did some decorating in here. Again, sometimes I'm really self-conscious when I do this. I love to decorate though. I find it very relaxing. But sometimes I feel like if somebody comes in my office and sees it, they think it's odd or juvenile or I don't know. I think in my building I'm like the only one that is planner obsessed. So yes, this is here. And then in May, I did switch over to the A5 Midori and used it through June. And then I moved into my medium Compagna for July to see if a personal size would work for my job. I struggle with using the weekly pages in here. I have always struggled with them. I don't like to write small. I don't like my handwriting when it's small. And I just have never really figured out a good way to use this for me, for my work. I was putting like our home games on these two pages, and tracking those, but they're not my favorite to use right now. But this last week I did do a little bit different. I did write bigger, so I do like the way these look a little bit better. These just have important meetings that I had this week, just stuff that I wanted to highlight that we had going on. And then this is next week with our football season starting. I thought I would leave the weekend open for note pages if I need to. I have plenty of empty pages in here though. The one thing, I loved the Midori one day, one page, but the one thing I don't love about it is I love that it's undated, but then I also don't love that part of it, because I like to be able to flip to the day if there's something I need to remember, and write it on that day. But then I also love that it's undated, because I will end up with empty pages on Sunday. I started trying to use them as top priorities, and putting stuff there. Saturdays, there's a lot of Saturdays when we are switching, transitioning out of a season, those will be left empty. But I pretty much used the bullet journal system in here. Also, just used my Hobonichi stencil, colored them in if they were finished. These were buses that we had going on. So that's that. Sorry, guys. Then this was left blank until this last week. And I started out using it the exact same way. But then kind of changed it just to accommodate really my larger handwriting that I prefer it. Use some of my stickers. And this is the start of next week. So that's it. That's what I will be using for All Books July. I use them as I want. I do keep these 3 updated in case I just want to carry this and not this, because this does get heavy, or in case I want to just use this for work and not this, so that I enjoy updating them so it doesn't seem like a lot of work to me. So that's what I have. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you'd like me to do anything else further in depth, I'm more than happy to. I do have all 3 Gillios in the vintage line. I would be happy to show you what those look like. They are my absolute favorite. So that's it. Thanks for watching.